Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Dustinkreis, and today we are going to do a game discussion. We're going to talk about this game right here, Muramasa Rebirth on the PlayStation Vita, the HD remake of Muramasa the Demon Blade that was originally on the Wii. And I played the game on the Wii, and I enjoyed my time with it, but something about it wasn't clicking with me at the time. So I put it aside and went and played something else. And then when this got announced, something in me just could not let this pass. Because I enjoyed the Wii version, and I was looking for a Vita game at the time, and I picked it up, and then I just never played it. We all do that sometimes. You pick up a game, and you're like, oh man, as soon as I finish this game, I'm going to play this, you know, and then you finish that game that you were playing beforehand, and then you forget about that, and you move on to something else. That's what happened. So I was looking for something portable to play, and I didn't really feel like playing an RPG because I'm kind of working on a very big RPG at the moment, and I kind of wanted something to break up the grind fest, if you were. So I was looking and I saw this, and I was like, now's the time to play this. So I put this in and could not put the fucker down. Could not stop playing this. I love this game. I only played through one of the storylines. There's two storylines. I only played through one. I got one ending. Yeah, supposedly you can go back and use different swords and change the ending up. But man, there was just something about this that really set me on fire, and I had to keep playing it. I just could not put the thing down. Yeah, and that's really surprising because again on the Wii it didn't really set my world on fire, and Vanillaware, while I really enjoy their graphical style, their games like Dragon's Crown, Jesus. Like Dragon's Crown, it never really grabbed me, and in fact, I really kind of don't like Dragon's Crown. I thought I really would, but ended up just not really caring for it. But this one, man, whew, I enjoyed the hell out of this one. Yeah, I played as, was it Momohime? And really enjoyed the story. I think I might have accidentally skipped like an opening cutscene or something, because I'm not exactly sure how the vengeful spirit takes over her body. Maybe I was watching TV while I was playing it and missed it or something. I'm not too sure. But she's a princess, I think, that's... here I go talking about a storyline that I didn't... missed part of, so it's gonna be fun. And she's getting ready to get married, and somehow she gets taken over by a vengeful spirit. Again, I think I missed the opening cinematic. I must have skipped it or something. Somehow. I don't know. And she gets taken over by this vengeful spirit and goes out and starts slaughtering people because the vengeful spirit wants his sword back. It's probably a bit more than that, but, you know, I missed that opening bit, so I don't know what happened. But it is a really interesting storyline. It's not going to be one that, like, changes your life. It's not going to be a video game story that you're going to be like, oh man, this is like the end-all be-all of video game stories. But it does keep you playing, and it is a very interesting tale, and it's really kind of fun to see the interactions of the characters, because they do say some pretty ridiculous things. Especially, I can't remember how to say the vengeful spirit's name, but he's kind of a dick. He's kind of a dick to Momohime. And it's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, the storyline is good. It's actually a lot more in-depth than I thought it would be. Like, there's a lot of story in this game. And considering that I only played as one of the two characters, that means there's double the story. Because I don't, you know, it's going to be a completely different story for the other character. So that's something to look forward to, replay value. Plus, apparently, when you get to the end of the game, you can use different swords to get different endings for each story. So even more replay value. And I actually do want to go back and do more in this game, because there's so many things. Like, I got addicted to forging swords. There's so many swords in this game to forge and find that I was getting kind of addicted to it, and then the game ended, and I was like, what do I do now? And then I realized I could play the other storyline and get all his swords, and then I can't remember if it's a New Game Plus or if you just kind of continue on as that character, because I didn't really look into it after I beat the game. I just got the save state and then kind of shut it off. So I really want to go back and do more of this, because from a gameplay standpoint, this is kind of a perfect little portable game. It's kind of weird because it started out on a console, but with the save points are kind of few and far between. But with the Vita's sleep mode, you know, it's not hard to just kind of put the system down for a few hours, and you can just pick it up and play a little bit, and then put it to sleep and pick it up later. It's really easy to take this on the go. But the gameplay, it's a side-scrolling sort of hack and slash platforming game. There's not really platforming, I guess I shouldn't say. You have to every now and then like navigate vertically, but it's not like Mario or anything like that. You just kind of have to navigate these hills and things like that. But very fast, very frantic action. I really like the sword mechanic in the game, and what that is you carry 3 different swords with you at all times. And as you forge new weapons, you can equip new swords to these 3 slots. And you're basically... there might be more finesse to it than what I did. I had 3 swords, and as you use the sword, and as you block with the sword, it degrades, and eventually it'll break, and then you have to switch weapons. And when you switch weapons, as long as you have the meter filled, you will do what's called a quick draw. And this is a huge attack that hits everything on the screen for massive damage. Like, at the end of the game, one of my swords was doing like 150 damage, and then like I would quick draw and it'd do like 500 plus damage. You have to wait for that to charge back up, but there is an item in the game that you can equip that will decrease that charging time. So as the game wore on, it got a little bit easier. It was never really a hard game to begin with. I played on the normal difficulty. There is a much harder difficulty, but I didn't go in for that because I just wanted to see what the game had to offer. Really fun stuff. Trying to think. There's hidden items and treasures on the stages, so it does promote a little bit of exploration, and at times it does kind of feel like a Metroidvania style game, but there's not as much backtracking. So if like Castlevania games or Super Metroid or anything like that has too much backtracking for you, this one might be the one for you. Very minimal backtracking. It shows you, what parts of the map there are hidden items to find. Really, it's really, I don't want to say simple because that gives it a negative connotation, but the exploration is not as frustrating as like other games that are like this. So it kind of feels like a Metroidvania light in that regard. Big, huge boss battles. The boss battles are really impressive in this game. I really thought the bosses, not just from a graphical standpoint, but just, I mean, they all fall into that kind of, just keep attacking, dodge type of mechanic. But just seeing the variety of the attacks and things like that from these bosses, it was really kind of a treat. And yeah, there's just something about the simple combat of this game that I really just loved, absolutely loved. And while you're playing a big RPG, it's nice to have a game like this that's not so in depth, so you can kind of relax a little bit. The music, I absolutely love the music of this game. It has a very sort of feudal Japan vibe to it, but at the same time, sometimes so it kind of rocks out. So a lot of variety there. And I actually kind of want to track down the soundtrack, or maybe even just see how I can get the soundtrack, because I actually really enjoyed the music to this game. But hands down, well, actually before I get to that, the audio, just the audio itself. The voice acting is in Japanese. Everything is subbed, so that's actually really cool. I actually really like that in this game, and I think the same thing. It's the same thing with Tales of Hearts R. I don't think they translated the voice acting. It just has, the subtitles. So actually, I kind of wish more companies would do that, because I really don't like a lot of English voice acting when they translate games, and I think it would probably help a little bit with the localization costs. I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, it's kind of something I wish they would do more of, because I grew up reading video games, you know, playing Final Fantasy VI on the Super Nintendo. That's like reading a novel. So when voice acting came around, it kind of made me feel like I was being lazy, you know. That's part of the reason why I'm such a good reader, is because playing RPGs on the Super Nintendo and the NES, you know, you actually had to read your games. So that was actually, you know, really kind of cool. I actually really enjoyed that. But hands down, what brings people to the table on this game is the graphics. My God, this game is jaw-droppingly gorgeous. This is probably, I think this might be the prettiest game out there. I mean, it's kind of hard to say between 3D and 2D, but definitely 2D games, you'll be hard-pressed. I mean, people talk about those Rayman games, but man, looking at this is just like, God, that's gorgeous. And to think that this started out as a Wii game, you know, and they just did an HD, you know, they just kind of, you know, put it in HD and bam, there it is, you know. Not so much, I mean, you know, everyone kind of gets on Vanillaware for their character models. But even, you know, those are really nice and all, but what really gets you is the backgrounds. You know, oceans that look like the Japanese paintings, you know. The use of color and just lighting in the game is just jaw-dropping. Like, the palette on this game, if you like colorful games, man, this is the game for you. Just the most robust palette I've ever seen in a video game. It looks like you're playing a living painting. I absolutely adore the art style of this game. Like, I remember it being pretty on the Wii. Like, oh, that's really pretty. But man, on the Jesus, on the OLED screen on the Vita, it's just like, makes your eyes burn just because it's so, you can't believe what you're seeing. So anyway, that is Muramasa Rebirth. If you guys find this, I don't know what the price is used for this. I can't imagine, it's a 2013 release, so I can't imagine it'd set you back too much. But this is definitely one, if you're looking for something to play on your Vita and you want to show off like what the Vita, like what that screen, why that system is so expensive, this is one of the things you want to show people. And it's just a fun action game in and of itself, with RPG elements. I mean, it's like a Metroidvania with RPG elements. Your character does level up and get stronger and things like that. So it really kind of has, you know, for the action kids, here you go. For the RPG kids, here you go. For the graphics whores, here you go. Just hands down an amazing experience, and I recommend everybody out there to give it a shot. So that is it for this video. I do have some things planned. I have a pile of stuff here to talk about. I got some stuff up there to talk about. I got a pile of stuff here to talk about sometime. And now that I'm two-handed again, perhaps I can cook something. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, that is it for this video. Now I'm going to go play this game, Tales of Hearts R. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.